Hello and welcome. It's Kevin Rabeling. I want to talk to you today about 5 habits of self-made millionaires. If this is the first time you've listened to our tapes, be sure and hit the subscribe button and the bell. Every week we're going to put a video on just for you. You don't have to be the smartest guy in the room, the strongest guy. You don't have to be anything. You just have to follow the science of getting rich. The science behind this is really simple. It's really simple. You just need to do some things really well, right? And there are 5 things that I want to talk to you about. The first and most important thing you need to understand is your attitude, right? This is all about creating the right attitude. Attitude is how you approach things, how you get into something, what you do about it. You know, the other day I was jogging along and a friend of mine sent me a message and saying I was going to exercise today, but I saw it was raining. Well, I didn't even know it was raining. I didn't even notice. My attitude was I was going to exercise. I didn't care if it was raining or not. It's irrelevant. It's irrelevant. And that's a very important thing. When you know you're going to be successful, the stuff going on around you means nothing. So the very first lesson you need to understand is going the extra mile. You know, Zig Ziglar talks about the extra mile. He said, you know, it's always busy in the day-to-day and the 9 to 5, but there's plenty of room on the extra mile. There's plenty of room in the extra mile. When you want to go somewhere, you don't do anything until you jump into that extra mile, right? So I'm urging you right now, when you've reached that point where you think, oh, I don't feel like it, that's the extra mile. Oh, go, get into that. That's when you start to make headway. A little bit of work when everyone else has given up will give you massive results. So you need to look for that period where everyone else has given up or they're feeling, oh, can't do this. The impossible becomes possible. Something inside of us, right? Something inside of us comes out only when we hit that point where it's impossible. We drag something out of the ether. Something comes to us. Something will come to you. When all else is, oh, I can't do it anymore. That is the time. That is a bell ringing. Hey, extra mile starts now. This is it. Go. I get so excited when somebody says to me, Kevin, you can't do it. It's impossible. Hey, that's my bell. That's the extra mile. I go, yeah. It's raining. It's snowing. Good. That's the time. The next element that I want to talk to you about is a routine. You know, we are habit-forming creatures. We are always creating habit. In our body, our subconscious mind, and I'm not going to get into the technical stuff because this must be simple, right? This is so simple. This is so simple that it's kid stuff, right? Don't complicate it. It's simple. We are habit-forming animals. We have this ability to quickly turn what we do into a habit. So if you want to get successful, you have to create a routine of doing the most important thing for you right now and do it often. If you're doing something that's not moving towards your body health, mental health, your goal, hey, guess what? That's a stinking habit. Get rid of it. Do it now. And the best way to do that is through repetition. Repetition. Create one new habit. If you can do one new habit every month, if you just replace one of your old stinking habits with a new one every month, you're off. Just choose one. Just choose one. And I guarantee you, if you say, you know, I want to get rid of this habit of thinking about that or doing about this, if you every day change that habit with a new one, with a new habit, within 30 days, the old one is going to become driftwood, right? It's going to go away. It's never going to leave you. It's always going to be wanting to come back and asking you the question, hey, Do you remember when we used to do that? Or do you remember when we used to drink lots of beers and carry on like a pork chop? And you're going to say, hey, that's not me. I'm the new guy. I'm born into a new habit. All right, so he's going to come and try and call you back, but you've got to know, when you're in charge of your habits, your whole life changes. We are habit-forming creatures, and if you don't intentionally give yourself a routine of doing something before you feel like doing it, you're going to fall into another habit that you don't want, and you're going to spend your whole life trying to get rid of it. So see what I'm talking about here, right? You are going to form habits whether you like it or not. Why don't you choose your habits? Why don't you get up early? Why don't you get up at 4 o'clock like I do? I set the alarm at 4 o'clock. I don't do that so that I really want it because I feel like getting up at 4 o'clock. No. I do that to develop the discipline. The discipline of doing something important for me. I create the habit. Even if the alarm doesn't go, I'm up. I'm already up. Right? I get up, get to work. And I get to work on my top goal. I get up and I write my books. I get up and I study. I get up and I do things that are important for my goal, for my personal benefit. I create the habit of success. So the next thing I want you to think about is to do one small step. Doing one small step every day. Do 1 or 2 things every single day. Don't try to bite off more than you can chew. You'll get there. You will be shocked at what you can achieve if you just take one step every day. It doesn't matter that you don't feel like doing it. That's irrelevant. Do it and do it and do it. As Jim Rohn said, do it and do it and do it and do it. Jim Rohn also said that, successful people have a big library. They study. Poor people have a big TV. What are you studying? Our minds are getting all this stuff in all the day long. Stuff that we need, stuff that we don't need. You're getting overloaded with noise. Shut it out. Focus on your goal and do 1 or 2 things every single day. Every single day. Bang, bang, bang. Never give up. Never stop. Never stop. Don't matter if it's raining or snowing or people say bad stuff. It's irrelevant. It's irrelevant. Arnold Schwarzenegger, they said to him, you can't be Mr. Universe. You can't be a movie star. Your accent isn't good. You're just not like the guys that we have in Hollywood. You're just not cut out to it. He used what was bad about himself or what was negative or what people thought limited him. He turned that into his success. Nobody says, I'll be back, like Arnold Schwarzenegger. There is no other Sylvester Stallone. Nobody does the Jackie Chan like Jackie Chan does, right? You've got to use what other people think is your limit to your success. That's where your success lies right there. I want you to think about the 1 thing or 2 things you can do. Forget about what anybody else says and do it every day. So the next thing is creative space. Get into your creative space. Let your imagination go. Dream about the goal you want. Live it. Feel it. Become the part. Our minds really have trouble at a subconscious level knowing the difference between real and not real. It's our conscious mind that looks around our senses and we say, oh, you know what? I know you think you're wealthy, or I think you're a movie star, or I think you're an athlete, but look around you, you're this. That's not right. That's not right thinking. To be successful, you must first think yourself into success. And when you get to that point where you really honestly believe you deserve it, you don't have any fear. There's no fear left. I never fear about getting anything. I never do. I know if I put my mind into something totally powerful that I want to achieve, and I hook emotion onto it and I laugh, ha ha! Every time a new barrier comes, I know I'll get it. In the beginning, I have no idea how I'm going to get there. I know there's going to be some hurdles that come in the way. There's going to be my old habits try to pull me back into some weakness. that's irrelevant. I know that's coming. And when it comes, I laugh because I know that I'm moving forward. If I don't get those challenges, I'm not moving, right? I'm drifting backwards. So get into that creative space. Dream big. If you're not feeling inspired, if you're not getting up at 4 o'clock, your dream isn't big enough. Don't keep saying, oh, I had this habit years ago. I knew what to do. And every time I set a goal, I failed. And then I thought, oh, I better set a lower goal. I'll achieve that. But guess what? I didn't get that. Can't be that I failed that as well. I'll get a lower one and a lower one and a lower one. And I went from the big car and the big office and all the expenses and the top job to the point where I couldn't even get a job stacking noodles on the shelves or beans in the local 7-Eleven. I couldn't get any job, nothing. The only thing I could get was, doing the dial-up caller, selling online, or throwing newspapers. I went from the boardroom to throwing newspapers and the call center. And even there I struggled, right? It was competitive. Right? There's a lot of people at that bottom, right? It's a big fight. Every time I set a goal, I failed it. I become expert at failure. I was a guru at failure. I thought, whew. When I set the big goals, I got them. Oh, hang on. When I believed in my mind, when I really went there, I got it. Oh, now this is the trick, right? You get what you believe. What you really believe, you get it. You've got to go and play in that emotional space and stay in there. Don't matter what happens. Whatever happens is temporary defeat. Don't worry. Irrelevant. Focus on that. Sleep. When I was in that period at the bottom, I worked hard. I had day job and night job. I'd throw newspapers at night and in the call center in the day. I only had enough time left in between all that to sleep every second or third day. I didn't sleep every day. There was no time for sleeping. I was working days and I was working nights. And the more I worked, the less I produced. I was so busy. I kept myself so busy. There was no time to get my mind in the right place. I was just getting sicker and sicker and everything was getting worse and worse. Then I discovered, I read somewhere, you've got to sleep. You've got to get that sleep. Sleep. Get the 5 hours or 6 hours. And I didn't say 9 hours, right? I said 6 hours. Arnold Schwarzenegger said, if you're getting more than 6 hours, if you think that's not enough, sleep faster. You only need 6 hours. I'm passionate about that. 6 hours, 7 hours maximum. That's it. You don't need 10 hours. If you're sleeping that long, your goal isn't big enough. Nothing getting you out of bed, right? So sleep and you get into that creative space. You get your goal and you work towards that goal. You do the discipline, and when you sleep, get relaxed. You are asleep, you are flat out. I guarantee you, if you are working your mind and working your body towards your goal, you're going to hit that pillow. And when you wake up, you'll be refreshed. And you'll be ready to go. When you wake up in the middle of the night, if something comes to you, from your subconscious and an idea, jump out of bed, right? Keep a pad next to your bed and, oh, yeah, that's my idea, that's my idea, that's my idea. My habit is to always have a pad near to me. Whenever I get an idea or I get on the phone, I make a recording of a new idea towards my goal. When that idea comes to you, it could be a winner, right? You only need one. You only need one good idea to change your life. If you write down 5 every day, you will change your life. I guarantee you. If you write down 5 ideas every day and one of those turns out to be a ripper, a real beauty, then that will change your life if you take action. So they're my 5 tips. Go the extra mile, get into the routine, develop a routine habit of success, take one small step every day. Don't forget to write down those notes. Play in your creative space and get to sleep for purpose, right? Hit the bed. Success is based on habits, and that habit you can form. Anyone can form. Doesn't matter if you've been to school. The 5 habits I've just told you about will make you a millionaire if that's what you want. I got successful when I was at the bottom, and you can too. Bye for now. I'll see you at the top.